Race drivers, hello, it's Enzo, and I'm doing a hotel room one. How many years has it been since I've done a hotel room one? And the reason for this is because I was coming back from the US Grand Prix, which was a cool one. First time I've been in Texas ever, and now I'm still stuck in Texas. I'm in Dallas because the connection flight was late and I missed the next one, so I'm kind of stranded, but I've got a hotel room for a few hours and I've actually got just a few minutes, literally, before I have to go. So let me just put you down here, because I want to speak to you people with a quick message today, because obviously I can't really do this properly, but I don't want to miss it. And I'm just thinking back now to all the different things that you beautiful people ask me. It's sponsorship, it's how do I concentrate better, how do I perform better in qualifying, all these things, right? And I'm so happy that I can actually talk to you and give you some answers, because I've been in the industry a while now, since 1998. I think I got my race license in 94, which is quite crazy. So yeah, there is a lot here, of course, on the Race Driver Coach Show, and I try and do my best to answer everything. But at the end of the day, I'm going to get this right. I'm really sorry if you're watching this on a big screen, because it's going to be horrendous to watch when I'm trying to figure out how to get this without falling. But I just want to give a bit of a word of encouragement, because I remember my younger self, training in the garage, with a few weights, having a big goal in mind, wanting to get to F1. Senna was my hero. All I could do was dream about making it, when honestly we had next to nothing as a family when it comes to racing anyway. We just owned a pizza shop. My dad owned a pizza shop. I delivered pizzas and made pizzas for a living. So when you're needing to get hundreds of thousands together to pay for racing, and your dad doesn't want you to do it, like, what are you doing? It's not for us. I feel your pain. So all them people that are watching this, all the drivers that are watching this that are just lost and a bit sad, because they do want deeply to get to F1 and to be a successful race driver, but it's just so far away money-wise, and what's the first step, or if you're racing, it's kind of like, I'm just not getting the results, I haven't got the money to go further, and it is painful. I know, I've lived it, and it tormented me for years, but I'm so grateful that younger Enzo didn't give up. Okay, I didn't make it as a bloody F1 driver, but I'm probably never good enough, let's be honest. I started when I was 17, properly racing, and it was actually later than that by the time I did my first championship, and it was club level. And even though I won the championship in the second year, it's still miles away from the kids that were like, Jensen Button was on the scene then, 3 years younger or whatever, and winning and in F3 and all that. Miles away. It was never me. But I kept going. I found my true love while doing it, which was coaching, and life coaching is what I did, and mind coaching is what I do now, but that's really where I want to end up, because I love helping people become more and putting systems in place that let them achieve their dreams and to perform better, to perform like they need to in order to align themselves with the goals they've got, is the simple term. That's my passion. And I found that through driving, because I wanted to use it for myself. I wanted to improve my mind, because I was nervous before races, and I knew that I wasn't very good under pressure. So I was really into learning mental sciences to help myself. I got a kick from it. I started to then really get into even relationship coaching. I built a dating website. I sold green drinks. So I really got into anything that was personal development. This was early 2000s. And it brought me back to motorsport, because it kind of all fits, and that's where I'm from, really. So I just want to say to all you people that are out there, F1 might not be for you. You might not get there, but shooting for it is a good idea. Having it as your North Star is still good. To be in one of the top 20 or 22 seats it's going to become in the world, when sorry, my bad, it cut out, run out of phone storage. You compete against all these millionaires, and they've got racing pedigree, and they've got results, and they're going to get the 22 seats, probably one of 22, right? And it's difficult to get a seat available when you're ready. So, okay, having it as a North Star, brilliant. Reverse engineering that to kind of like, what have I got to work on if I want to be the world's best? Use it for that. Because I promise you, if you just embed yourself in what people call the process, chasing, which I hate saying, but chasing that dream. It's amazing where it takes you and how you start to think laterally and like, right, how can I get into motorsport if I can't afford it? I know I'm going to start to work at the kart track down the road or one that's an hour away. I'm going to make it work on the weekends, that rental car. I'm going to start working there. And you never know where it goes then and who you can meet. You get these celebrities or people that are in the sport that come to the track one day and you speak to them and you ask them. But I just feel, and I did it through race school instructing. And I worked from 1998 to about 2008, 10 years of just hustling in the race schools. Every single race school I could go to, working for BMW, Mercedes, all these different people, and you make connections and things happen. And that's where you need to be, really. So it's hard to say, right, I won F1, I'm going to get sponsorship for millions. You know, people are spending millions now on F4. It's crazy. It's the worst it's ever been. So you're like, right, how do I get in the industry with the aim of one day racing something? But for now, just get in. Start to work, start to take money by giving your time, of course, and your expertise eventually from the industry, and then you can spend it on some racing or make connections. But I'd just say get in there doing anything like race school stuff, even hospitality. You know, you go and work at hospitality at a race circuit or events, you meet people there. You start to rub your shoulders with people, you start to understand the industry, and it's surprising where it can lead. And I really believe it's better to do that than just sit at home wishing, hoping, feeling really miserable that you can't do it, and sending out emails to get sponsors, and they're not going to sponsor you. You know, it's really unlikely. You're much more likely to be in the industry and find your way that way. And then you hear of like this race car, you know, it could be a bloody Ford Fiesta or something that's for sale, and you're like, you know what, it's $7,000. I think I could get the money for that. And then you save up, you get it, you start racing, just doing it yourself, and it builds from there. But that's really how, that's my story as well. That's how your future is built. If you haven't got the cash, you're going to have to go a different route. And I promise you, even if you don't get to F1, nowhere near it, if you're racing, and then maybe you can earn a career out of it 10 years down the line because you've been hustling for that long, you will be fulfilled. A lot more fulfilled than just dreaming of something you can't afford and not taking the necessary actions. Because that is just not going to end up anywhere, is it? I think you know that. So my word of advice before the cleaner knocks on the door, because I should have checked out by now, is get in the industry, work in it, and just find your way, because you never know where you'll end up. See you next time when I'm back in the UK.